Hey, it's me, your boy, Scepterpan, with another video for you. This week, we're doing something cool. We're doing Little Jerusalem. Yerushalayim. Hey, how you doing? It's me, it's your boy, Scepterpan, and we're back with another episode. And as you heard, we're doing Little Jerusalem. And Little Jerusalem is situated on the kind of the crossover from Parable Shore over into Avicenna Avenues. And I find that crossing a little harsh. It doesn't really fully work. I mean, Avicenna Avenues. Let's just talk about the concept, yeah? Avicenna, of course, great mathematician, great thinker of the Islamic Golden Age from around the 10th century. Full name being Abu Ali al-Husayn ibn Abdullah ibn al-Hasan ibn Ali ibn Sina, which just short Ibn Sina Avicenna. Great astrologer as well. Did a lot of good things for medicine that we still use today. Pretty nice, pretty good stuff. So hey, honorable mention. Of course, a Persian man, the Persian persuasion. So we're looking in the Middle East sort of area right here. But I didn't necessarily just want to go from Parable Shore, as I said, over into this sort of Iran-esque region. So what I wanted to do instead was find a nice little median, and of course that is Israel. And Israel, it has some fun stuff, particularly that it's Jewish. So, and it just so happens to be that I've not seen anybody use a synagogue, and because my city has a sort of sub-theme of religious tolerance among groups, hey, I thought, why not include it? It's great. So I kind of designed this area around the synagogue here, and as well as some Jewish symbols. As you notice right here, I'm struggling trying just to get the Star of David right. I started to learn what the proportions of it were. I know how to draw it. It's just two triangles intersecting, but try and do it with the roads. It's pretty hard. Plus, the roads are not completely straight, so I have to keep fiddling with it for it to look okay. In the end, it looks relatively all right. You're not supposed to notice it, so if in case you think that it's very glaring, it's not. In the end, it's just something that you would only see from top down. You're definitely not going to notice it because the synagogue is going to be right in the middle, and the rest of the star is going to feature itself as a part, but you'll see that in due time. Man. And of course, at the base of the Star of David, we have a nice little menorah, which is, of course, the nice little candle holder, 7 little pikes off of it. Man, a lot of people, again, do those circular cities. Not very interesting, but have you ever seen a city based on a menorah? I don't think you have. So I wanted to do that. And honestly, I think it looks pretty cool. So how about you check that out? And I'm going to take a sip of water. So much singing. Oh, boy.
Someone says, pack your bags, pack everything you need. You never know what misery will come to you. Someday, maybe never. Someday, maybe tomorrow. Oh, say, can you see the future? Oh, say, can you see the future? Oh, say, can you see the future? Is it bad? Oh, say, can you see the future? Oh, say, can you see the future? Oh, say, can you see the future the way I do? Someday, maybe never. Someday, maybe tomorrow. see between the lines underneath the sky. Someone has a secret plan, it isn't very nice. Hold my hand, hold my hand, I'm everything you need. Don't forget the most important thing. Oh, say, can you see the future? Oh, say, can you see the future? Oh, say, can you see the future the way I do? Oh, say, can you see the future? Oh, say, can you see the future? Oh, say, can you see the future? Is it good?
What side are you on, light or dark?
I am the light. I know I am. They have told me I am. I feel the light illuminate within me. I am more.
Wow. And who is all in the tournament for the Bound for Glory tournament?
I have already defeated Brother Nero Storm.
Brother Nero Storm?
Yes.
Why is he Brother Nero as well?
But he's traitorous as well.
Okay, so anybody that's a traitor is a Brother
Yes.
Nero.
Anyone who is a hater or a non-believer or a traitor are a Brother Nero. He is a Brother Nero Storm.
Okay.
This week,
We're still looking at Little Jerusalem, working on the parks to kind of finish off the main avenue, which is, of course, the centerpiece of Little Jerusalem. Now, when I say Little Jerusalem, you might be saying, hey, Scepterpan, I get this idea that what Israel, kind of the place where West meets East. I guess you could also sort of maybe look at Turkey. It's kind of, vague where that distinction really lies. But an important staple is probably, Israel. But why Jerusalem? Why Jerusalem? Why not Baalbek or Beersheba or I don't know, anything else in Israel? Well, not only because Jerusalem, of course, has its connotation as being a very important city in Israel. It's because it's a holy city to all the Abrahamic faiths. So, of course, important to Christianity because of Jesus. It's important to the Jews for whatever reason. And it's a holy site within Islam as well. So, hey, that's something they share. You'd think that would usually breed some type of commonality and some kind of respect. Although that has existed for many centuries, nowadays it's a little bit politicized, which is not too good. But hey, at least there used to be some form of tolerance, and I'm saying that while kind of shrugging and saying, well, it depends on how you look at it. But hey, at least it's something for pre-modern societies. Pretty good. So that's the reason why I wanted to do it again. It's the tolerance between the faiths. I assume that Jerusalem would be like one of those places where that could happen if all the factors are met, and divide and conquer doesn't happen, Willie Lynch theory and all that stuff. Now, I mentioned the Middle East quite a bit in this video, and those allusions are not stopping, so hey, I'm sorry. Again, when looking at the Middle East, it's the ancient civilizations. Not only has it brought forth many world religions, actually the two most popular, and Judaism being really small in comparison, they're not as missionary, but that's all right. But one of the most important aspects that come with having a desert and a lot of open sky, as well as religions, is kind of the want to know what the gods want. So you probably want to look up at the stars, at those crazy heavens up above. So I wanted to have observatories. Now you just saw me put down the historical observatory, and this is the actual observatory. And this again ties into the whole Avicenna thing, because as I said, he was an astrologer. Not necessarily an astronomer, but hey, those things are very closely related. So it's only fair. Kind of really depends on how you interpret certain signs, really, whether or not you believe in divine will. But, yeah, I kind of like that, to keep going with those comparisons, have some scientific buildings as well. Kind of aids to the whole area, and honestly I think it just kind of livens up. It gives it a little bit more unique flavor outside of the main avenues, which is of course the very core of the city. Now we're just filling in some offices to kind of deal with a little bit of a demand issue that I started to have. I had another death wave come about. It wasn't too nice. I was able to evade it, and by the end of this episode, I actually think about 15,000 people live in Little Jerusalem. 15,000, that's crazy. That's really, really big. I think that's even more than Raffia Strip, and Raffia Strip is way bigger than this. So, hey, that's pretty good, isn't it? Well, it is what it is. Anyway, let's talk about another region, or let's listen to the music of another region where West met East and all the Abrahamic religions sort of mixed in their cultures. Spain. So let's have some Andalusian music. I know, it's a cop-out. It's really hard to find Jewish music. It's really hard.
These guys think in the locker room when you come in there talking like this with the hair and the jacket and the voice? Are they laughing at you, or what are they thinking?
I think when they first saw my condition, they second guessed it, but now they are all afraid. They're either afraid or they're on the bandwagon. Either they kiss my broken, brilliant ass, or they are afraid. One or the other, because they realize, as I have said many more times, I am more. I am magic.
See, before when you said that, I thought you were going to fish, but you were saying I am more. That's it. You're just more.
Yes.
More than
I'm not immortal. I am more. My brain has been unlocked where I am stronger than just a regular human being. I am not equal to other men or other women. You see, other mortals, other humans. I am more. And everyone uses such a small percentage of their brain. I have unlocked so much that I am more. And when I say that, I mean that literally.
You are more.
Time to bust out the oud. Yeah, back to that Middle Eastern vibe. Kind of weird. This entire area from Pakistan almost to Spain has this sort of weird instruments. I like the oud. And the guitar, actually, Arab invention. Huh, pretty weird. That's funny. I like that. How about some Jewish music? Actual Jewish music. It's a little on the nose, a little less nefarious. It's probably because of the different instrumentation, but hey, I'm glad that the Arabs brought over the guitar. Arabian music just sounds a little sinister. I don't know why. It's just weird notes, and they're all dissonant in some way. They're very chromatic and creepy. It's always minor scales too. Not very happy sounding. Hey, but I'm sure they hear something different when they listen to that stuff. So here we are finishing up the main avenue, the last couple of parks with the extra beautification mod, where we of course can plop down our own little props. And boy, I really love this tool. I should have gotten it much earlier, especially for these parks that are non-square parks, because of course they're quarters of circles. Super handy. It works so well. Oh man, I'm really glad that I have them. They make making these parks so much easier. I'm really happy to have them. So thanks. I forgot who made the mod exactly, but man, it's brilliant. It works so well. I'm very happy to use it in my cities here. Oh boy. So let's talk a little bit more about the overall layout of the main avenue, because we've been focusing on it so much. Again, I wanted to kind of have a hill where we're going to be able to see the synagogue very well, taking a note from the old temple which existed in Jerusalem before it was destroyed, to kind of tie into that Jewish tradition. So everything builds up to this highest peak, which is the synagogue. Of course, synagogues are not really necessarily as vertically focused as you'll find cathedrals, particularly Gothic. There's actually this theory that Gothic architecture comes from mosque architecture. Just saying it. It's originated in Italy, and the Italians had a lot of contacts with North Africa. Just saying. Hey, it's pretty interesting, right? Just talking about some of the mixtures of the cultures right here. Everybody who likes to eat olives and all that stuff, Mediterranean motherfuckers. But that's alright, I still love them. They're good peoples. I got some good meals too. You ever try falafel? Oh boy. But yeah, so everything I want to in the main avenue is to lead up to this final peak, which is the Star of David, of course, with the synagogue right there, with the roof. The roof of that building is such an amazingly beautiful minty color. Oh man, it makes me happy. That color is just so it's not that it's very saturated, although it is sort of, but is that it's just the right tinge of green and yellowish. It just really works. It sticks out with the lighting. It looks absolutely marvelous at night, as you can see right here. It just catches your eye. You can see it in between the cypress trees, of course, in order to dress up the area as being very hot. Kind of like a little thing that you can always use for Italy. Make it look like Italy. Put down a lot of cypress trees, as I said in the last video. It always works. And it works the same for Judea, where, of course, you'll also find a lot of cypress trees. Palm trees, in particular olive branches, olive trees as well. Are they olive trees or bushes? I don't really know. It's kind of odd. Never thought about that. Here we have a church to kind of complete the theme. We're also putting down the mosque, of course, to really tie it all together here in Little Jerusalem. Have it all look very nice and be pristine. Just doing some final colors here with the shrubberies, just to keep it all together and to, of course, separate it as well. When it comes to the view from street level of Scepter land, because it is really quite obtrusive, and I realized that fully, so I kind of wanted to prevent that in every possible sense, especially on the waterfront, which is the lower area that we were just at, with all those small houses. Man, I just I wanted to keep it all separated so that it doesn't appear too noticeable in the background, because of course, again, the synagogue is supposed to be the centerpiece of this whole area here, and it looks so good from top down. Did you see that with all the map features, all the different lenses at which to look at the map? I'm really happy with the menorah and the Star of David. It looks pretty good, and you'll see more of that in the cinematic shots which are forthcoming. But again, just putting down some more shrubberies here that you'll find in the very differing terrain that you'll find in the western banks of the Middle East, in the Levantine area, as it were, which is actually an Italian term for the land that rises out of the sea. Levant, like a elevator, same root. Pretty weird, huh? It's funny how mixed these cultures are. Like, just the names for everything, even. That's, oh man, really kind of weird. Don't get taught about that in school, do you? Anyway, hey, that was fun. So here we go. As promised, let's have some cinematic shots to really close this area off and just enjoy some more music. You know, it's not too bright, but it just sounds very special. I've actually heard nothing like it, so let's go. Oh man, I feel bloated. I just ate. It's pretty late actually, but I just ate, so I hope I didn't make too much mouth noise for you guys out there. I know that some of you suffer from misophonia or misophonia. I know that the adjective is Missisonic, but is it what's the noun? If you know, post in the comments. I can't be bothered to look it up right now because I'm doing all of this rather impromptu. So yeah, give me corrections on that. And if you have suggestions, you can also, direct yourself towards the comment section right below this video, because I would really like to know what you guys think. I always really appreciate when you guys say something, whether it be positive or negative or just suggestions, because really I want to improve the series, and I want you guys to stick around because I really enjoy you watching. It really it motivates me to keep going. So again, thanks all of you, and particularly you as an individual, because hey, you contribute to that, and you can help me personally by telling me what you think. So go ahead. I don't really care about the whole comment system in YouTube. I don't know what it actually does. I don't know why people ask people to comment all the time, but honestly, I just like interacting with you guys. So if you have something to say, like, hey, I was wondering about this, or why this, and what you think about that, maybe you could do that. Hey, just put it in there. I really would love to read it. Yeah. So on a more serious note, though, if I sound a little off today, and the reason perhaps why I'm doing this rather impromptu and less scripted than usual is because I had some pretty bad news today, and I should talk about it because the last couple of seconds will tell you all about that, and I guess I should kind of tell you as well. Not that I need to, but it's only fair. I had news that a friend that I had from high school died 2 days ago. Just today, but I still wanted to get the video out to you, even though I couldn't really keep my mind straight, and I kind of feel weird about it, and I just keep losing my train of thought because of it, and it's just really weird. But and I can't believe I saw him just recently, and it just it's really shocking news. It's kind of hard. So thanks for bearing with me on that. I hope you still enjoyed the video though, and nevertheless, I would like to dedicate this episode to his memory. Rest in peace, Cerezo.